Hey guys, this is Dr. Brian Stanton. I wanted to come to you and make this video for all the ID Life associates out there. I get approached all the time about, how I've got a chiropractor on my team or I've got a nurse practitioner and they're not doing anything. How do I get them going? Or I get approached and people ask me, hey, I'm going to prospect or talk to my chiropractor or my doctor or my nurse. What should I tell them? What should I say to them? So I want to make this video to help you guys out. And the first thing I would do is I would investigate and find out a little bit of information about them. Number one, do they take supplements? So if you know them that personally, ask them if they take supplements. Find out if they take supplements, find out if they value that. Number two, I'd find out if they offer nutrition in their practices. So if they're already offering nutrition in their practice, don't approach them thinking ID Life or ID Nutrition or bust. Just say, hey, look, ask them a couple of questions. Number one, do you have any patients in your practice who complain about money? Okay, do they complain about how expensive the supplements are? Do they complain about how many bottles they have to deal with? Do they complain about not being able to keep up with everything? Like it's overwhelming. They don't have the time to divvy out all their supplements. So therefore, if there's always going to be a couple of patients of 5-10%, sometimes less, sometimes more. There's always going to be some patients who complain about these things. Okay, so for those niche of people, you can offer them the ID Nutrition because it's less expensive. There's no bottles involved. It's all in AM and PM packs. So easy to take, okay? For a health practitioner, I love it because I don't have to carry a lot of inventory as much as I used to. So you can tie that in as well. And it delivers straight to their house. So, it's easier for me. Plus, it's not just my opinion. These recommendations, I do customize the customized recommendations based on lab work and some other things, but you don't have to. But it's not just my opinion. The assessment is done by thousands of researchers, thousands of doctors who did thousands of studies. Okay, so it's not just your opinion. If they don't offer nutrition in their practices, hey, any nutrition or anything they recommend or any income that's coming into their practice is more income than they're making right now. Because I guarantee you, and I tell my trainers this on my team as well, that if someone's proactive enough that they're going to seek you out for a health professional or your professional opinion, whether it be training or whether it be as a doctor or nurse, they're already taking supplements. They're already taking protein powders. They're already taking these products. So you want to offer them something that's actually evidence-based, that's the highest quality you can get. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. Because I like to tell my trainers, when's the last time these companies out there, these stores, Walmart, GNC, whatever, internet companies have cut you a check and reimbursed you and given you money? They don't. So to me, it's a win-win situation. Another thing is make sure that you make an appointment with them when possible and sit down and have them take the assessment in front of you so that you can explain to them, look, this is the tool. This is nobody else has this. This is proprietary. This is we have the rights to this assessment no one else has. So make sure that they understand the value of the assessment. You show them a report, you show them the recommendations page, you show them all that. The other thing is do third-party calls. So people use me all the time. I know there's other doctors in ID Life that people utilize to do third-party calls. So I've used Jennifer Moran, I've used some other people for third-party calls, Michelle Norris. I've used other people for third-party calls, trainers I've used. People use me for third-party calls as a chiropractor. People that aren't even on my team, and I'm happy to do that. The other thing is, once they're in, once they've gotten it, once they've clicked and they've become an associate, you want to get them plugged in. There's a couple ways you want to do that. Again, I can be used for third-party calls, for marketing. How do I utilize this in my practice? Well, I've made my own mistakes and I've learned from those mistakes. One of the things I used to do, and I would recommend that you don't do, is don't email your patients, or even if you're not a health professional, don't email your clients or your customers the assessment. If and when possible, obviously if they live in a different state, you can't do that, but when possible, sit down with them and take the assessment. Have them take the assessment in front of you, or at least be within earshot if they have questions. Ever since I've been doing that, 90% plus will purchase the supplements in front of me right there when they finish the assessment. So what I do is I show them, look, these are your recommendations. If I make any tweaks to it, I will. This is the buy now button. Click the buy now button, which is also a save button. Then the next page, you go to, this is the review of what you're buying. Click proceed. Go to the next page. This is where you put your credit card information in. Click that, fill that out. Then the next page, this is your shipping method. Choose a shipping method. So I actually sit down with them and I tell them this is where you order, this is where you put your credit card information, this is where you put your shipping information in. And then when you're done, you click that button and it'll ship to you within a few business days, depending on where you live. Ever since I've been doing it that way, they buy the ID Nutrition, and I want to get them on that as soon as possible because I know it's going to help them. I know that they're going to improve their health. I know that their lab work's going to come back and it's going to be better because I've seen it happen. So the other thing is, sometimes you run across people who are chiropractors or doctors who don't want to feel like they're being salesy or pushy, or even trainers. So what I tell them is, look, make a nice flyer, put it in a nice frame, put it on your wall, put it on your front desk, and say Stanton Wellness Solutions, for example, that's the name of my practice, is now offering customized nutrition to their patients. If you're interested, contact the front desk, or you can leave your number or email. Okay, I wouldn't recommend doing the email though. So that way, it's a passive way to market your product. And from then, I would recommend setting up an appointment, a separate appointment from whatever you're doing already as a nutritional appointment. And you can set that up. You can even charge for it if you want, if you're a health professional and or a trainer. And then I would at least, once they're done and once they buy the supplements, you want to follow up with them. So you want to set another appointment, a follow-up appointment 3 months down the road, because we're supposed to take the assessment at least every 3 months and redo it based on the season's change. So plus that gives you a chance to ask them, hey, how have you been doing? How have you liked the nutrition? How have you liked the results? And if you're like me and you're ordering blood work, I'm going to be ordering blood work every 3 to 6 months anyway. So I'm going to make that follow-up visit as well. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that's helpful, and I'll be sharing some more in the future with you.